Today we're in the seaside city of Brighton, down in the south of England. It is a very stereotypical English day with the rain coming down today, but we parked out at the marina in Brighton and we're going to walk into central Brighton. So come along with us and we'll show you guys around when we get into central Brighton. So Brighton Beach is kind of different from a normal beach that, I would see kind of anywhere else in the world. As you can see behind me, it's a fully kind of pebbled beach, which is interesting. It doesn't sound like it's the most comfortable to sit on, but it actually is. I'm not going to sit on it today though, because it is wet and rainy and I don't want to get wet. So the Vaux Electric Railway that's behind me, it's apparently one of the oldest operating railway systems in all of England. It goes from just beside the pier, kind of to the left of us, all the way out to here where there's a mini golf spot, and it's really nice out here in the summer. It's about halfway between the marina and the pier. So let's keep on going, we're getting there. So behind me we have Brighton Palace Pier. It's one of the most iconic and famous landmarks in kind of pictures in all of Brighton. Today there is, as you can kind of see behind me, an amusement park kind of down at the end of the pier. They also have an arcade as well. Back when it was built in 1899, it actually had a concert hall and a theater kind of down where the amusement park is. So let's go walk the pier and see what we can find. So behind me we have the West Pier ruins. In 2003 they burnt down after kind of years of neglect, unfortunately, but now it's home to a whole bunch of seagulls, so yeah, it's kind of cool. Either behind me or at the start of the pier or fully across the road are kind of a few really good spots to grab some fish and chips if you're looking to grab some here on the seaside. But personally, if you're doing it, I would say if it's a nice day, come sit out and enjoy the pier in its full glory and get it right on the pier. So behind me, the kind of tall looking thing, it's actually 162 meters high. It is the I-360 in Brighton, and it's a observation deck that kind of goes from the ground all the way up to the top where it currently is sitting, and you can look all the way around. You can see out to the water as well as all the way inland, and you can kind of see everything inland as well because you're up above. But it opened in 2016 and, like I said, is currently the tallest UK observation tower. Currently it is closed. It is supposed to be opening again in March under new owners, hopefully, but I will insert a few little pictures because I have gone up it before, which it's really cool to kind of go up and see, but it's one thing that you can do on one of the rainy days like it is today. You'll still be able to see kind of all of Brighton, which is really nice. So we are just about to head across the street and head into the lanes, which is kind of the historic heart of Brighton with very narrow streets, hence it's named the lanes. They're just basically little lanes. There's a whole bunch of quirky and little unique shops there, so we're gonna go check it out. These bikes here are all over Brighton. You can kind of use an app, rent one, and kind of go from point A to point B, which is really nice. We would be doing it today, but it's raining and I don't really feel like getting wet, but next time we will. Behind me we have the Cricketers, which is one of the oldest pubs in all of Brighton. We're in the lanes now. This green room up here is supposedly where Jack the Ripper came and kind of plotted some murders, apparently, and was a guest of the owner of the pub years and years and years ago. Not quite sure if it's true, but it's kind of interesting. We are in North Laine now. We are going to wander in and out of some shops, but a little bit about this area. In the 1970s, it kind of turned into a big bohemian hub. So let's go check out some of the shops they have here. As you can kind of see in the alley that I'm currently in, there's a lot of street art in the North Lanes. It's really cool and it's very well done. There even at one point was a Banksy piece on one of the pubs kind of further in the North Lanes. Unfortunately, it was removed in 2011 and sold at auction in the US, but if I can find it, I will insert a picture of it because it was really cool. So we are in front of the Brighton Royal Pavilion now. It is arguably one of another famous location, not just the pier, this one as well. I'll insert some pictures as well because there's so many pictures that people have taken and they look really cool. But it was built in 1787, I am pretty sure, for King George IV. He used it as like a seaside escape and like his party boy mansion kind of thing. As you can kind of see, it is kind of done in Indian and Chinese architecture style. We unfortunately cannot go in. It is closed for the day, but I have been in before, so I'll insert some pictures of what the interior looks like because it is really interesting and cool in there as well. Definitely would recommend as something to do if you are in Brighton and you are a lover of history. It is very interesting to see and walk through. I also forgot to mention that Queen Victoria eventually inherited this from King George IV, but unfortunately she was not a big fan of it, apparently, so she eventually sold it back to the city of Brighton, I believe in 1850, and it became the historic site that it is today. So we've just walked to the other side of the Royal Pavilion now. We have done everything that we're gonna see in Brighton. We finished our little loop, so we are going to go get a nice warm drink and a little snack to kind of warm up from the cold weather that it is currently out. But we will see you guys next video. Hope you have enjoyed watching like I have enjoyed making this once again. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye.